I think to do this job, picking up batteries and scrap metal, you have to have a lot of energy. When you get to sleep at 4 in the morning, you have to be up at 9 o'clock. Yeah, it takes a lot of energy to go around motivating other people to separate their recycling and their scraps of metal and batteries. So you've always got to be on the ball, lots of energy, lots of coffee and caffeine when you're going to talk to people at their campsites. It's actually good that we can't speak a word of Danish, because whenever you go into a lot of people who are angry or they're drunk, they shout abuse at you in Danish. And it's good that we actually can't understand a word that they're saying, so we don't get offended too badly. If you want to volunteer at Roskilde, I recommend having an open mind, firstly. If you could be doing anything from picking up bits of rubbish to sweeping the toilets to scraping the inside of people's tents to ushering big headline acts in and out of the backstage area. So have an open mind. Like we're happy to pick up rubbish, or we're happy to serve drinks behind a bar. I also think you need to have a lot of energy. Yeah, if you're always on the ball, if you're sort of dragging your heels and you don't get up too early in the morning, then it's probably not for you. Yeah, when you're walking around all of the time, it can be difficult. People are throwing alcohol in your face. You get offered. People ask you to marry them. People, put big shots of vodka down your throat. So it's hard to sort of avoid that and try and stay away from getting too involved in the parties. But usually if you just constantly smile and sit and have a chat with people, they're usually really friendly, and you avoid the abuse. Sometimes people will shout at you all sorts of things in Danish and in English, and I think if you have a smile on your face, it usually helps any problem like straight away. The swimming, the lake is interesting. So I've been warned by a lot of Danish people not to go into the lake, which is over near J section. That's where we're camped, and rather than having to pay for a shower, which is 80 krona or 100 krona, you swim in the lake. But usually by day 4 or 5, there's a few interesting things floating at the top of the surface of the water, which I don't recommend. And if you go for a swim at 4 in the morning, usually there's a lot of people on the beach. New relationships blossoming is what I'll say. I don't think of any other good stories really.